Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to be taking my opponent's deck out for round 2 in the Steam Showdown. This week I've been matched up against, I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name, it's Deusx, I don't know, and it's got like OPIC, but I'm going to call him Deusx because I feel like it, and he has brung quite the interesting deck along. The matchup for me it's fairly similar to my one with Marnell in the fact that I'm facing 4 Spell Shovel, 4 Brilliant Spectrum again. But we're playing Sultai, and to be honest I don't think the list is as strong as Marnell's. It's got a mill theme, you have the tutelage, and then you just have like insane card draw. As we will see, I mean, once you got a tutelage down you can mill out really fast. And you've got 4 Acid Moss, anything's possible. I don't like his deck particularly very much. And that doesn't mean I'm going to win 2-0, Like I said, this matchup is similar to Marnell's, and Marnell did beat me 2-1, so... But I mean, what don't I like about it? For one, the mana base is pretty much insane to me. I'm not the most mathy person when it comes to the mana base, I kind of just throw something together and see if it fits, but I mean, in this entire deck we have 3 black spells and the 2 Languish and the 1 Obnixilus. And yet we have the same black sources as blue, pretty much. I think we might have like 1 or 2 more blue, but... And then you look at all the blue spells in this deck, you have Jace, Talent Time, Tutelage, Spell Shovels, Alchemist Files, Brilliant Spectrum. It's and then like even with green, I found this deck, I find it very hard to get green mana a lot of the time, and obviously you need double green for Acid Moss, and let's actually compare green and blue. You have 5 each there, 7... 9, you have 9 blue sources in the deck, and you have like 9 green sources, and that's just, I don't know why there's so much black for that, for the compared to the other colours. I think black, and there should be way more dual lands. There should be because we have these off-colour lands here, I'm guessing I know they're there for Brilliant Spectrum. We have the Canopy Vistas and the Syndiclades. I don't know why we don't have the check lands as well, so like the Simic ones and stuff like that. So I don't really like the mana base too much, I'll be the first to admit. What else? I was going to say something else. Oh god, the pressure's got to me. Fuck it. Oh yeah, and it's got the whole thing which I don't like again, is that we've got 4 Spell Shovels, and yet we're also doing the same thing Marnell's deck was doing. We can't hold up like Alchemist Files, not Alchemist Files, Office Epiphanies. But I mean, apart from that, and like I guess Talent Times and stuff, so it's slightly better in this deck. But at the same time, when you've got 4 Brilliant Spectrum, you're going to be tapping out a lot. Obnixilus, Oblivion Soul, etc, etc. But that was the deck, and I was probably a bit too harsh on it there. As the mana base kills me inside. So we're going to be taking it for a spin and seeing how it does. But I think my matchup is slightly more favourable than it was versus Marnell, just because I don't have to worry about... Oh, that was nice. I don't have to worry about 6/6 Woodland Wanderers, which is just beautiful. Like creature, I mean, yes, the tutelages, but I do have a Reconnaissance and a Woodland Bellower. I mean, I do have ways to kill the tutelage. It's not many ways, and like if he mills my Reclamation Sage, I do have to play beatdown. My deck it's pretty good at playing beatdown, so I like that a lot. And 2 Fogs just, it's an interesting deck, and I'll tell you what though, once you do have a tutelage down, if they're not doing anything, you really do punish them. You can mill them out in like 5 or 6 turns if you just go like Brilliant Spectrum, Alchemist File, Office's Epiphany. The mill really gets on when it gets going, but it's just a case of, and it does have the standard Oblivion Soul and Dual Mog, so it's not a terrible deck. It's just not my cup of tea. And I'll keep this. And apparently Juan wasn't like Juan Macaque is our opponent's beautiful name, and apparently they weren't a fan as they leave during the Mulligan step. So, I mean, you have to keep this. If you don't keep your hand like this, you're not playing to have magic. And yes, you may go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and I'll be fucked. But, I mean, you have to go big or go home when you keep a hand like this. Ooh. See, and this is another, like, on turn 3, I guess you have choice between dropping turn 3 tutelage or spell shuffle. But on my matchup, it's going to be the same. If I'm on the play, I'll drop a Crisis main phase, so he can't counter it, unless I've got a really powerful 4 drop. And I'll just play Beatdown, and we don't have to worry about Chandra's Ignitions, and Languish doesn't scare me as much as Planar Outburst, so... Board wipes are still present, but I'm not as worried about them. And I'm just going to go drop the tutelage here, and then I'm going to... Because next time I'm going to be going... Brilliant Spectrum, draw 3 cards, just dig for this, one of these 2 languages, or... Well, actually there's not really much else. This deck kind of... Against aggro it kind of is Language or Bust. You've got Fogs to buy... I mean, you've got loads of way to buy time, but in the end of the day you need to find either Ulamog or Board Wipe. And that's a sick combo from the AI over there. Being able to give that thing Vigilance so it pumps the team, and that's... I respect that. But, I mean, this is like the worst case scenario. We've seen 2 Consuls Lieutenants under 1 drop. So, I mean, I kept a greedy hand, but like I said, if you don't keep hands like this, you're not here to play Magic. Okay, so we have okay, what do we find? We found the Languish. I'm gonna keep the Black Source because I don't know if I've got it or not. I'm gonna drop the Spell Show. We've got some and Brilliant Spectrum. We've got so much card draw going on here that I don't see myself realistically keeping mana out for a while. Okay, this is... oh god, I forgot we were playing mono white there for a second. So, 2 Patrons of the Valiants, Elite Vanguard, Consul Lieutenant, so it looks like just mono white aggro. But I mean, we're going to be taking a huge hit this turn, and hopefully the AI just plays out into it. Ooh. Okay, I don't think this is going to be a damage based game. That's brutal. I think we could be going down to like 5. Yeah. No, the other one's not renowned. Never mind. I thought they were both renowned. Although we are still taking 8, so I wasn't too far off. But we do get a nice 4-for-1 Languish here. And we will be... oh, it's all 4 cards drawn next turn now. Okay. So I mean, this should just be insane, the amount of mill we're going to get going here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this Brilliant Spectrum finished him off. We're playing mono white, and is he going to just pass the turn to us? No, he's not. Going second man. Cool. I mean, we'd have to worry about our life total here in the end of the day. So I mean, the best way to do that is Brilliant Spectrum and just dig for answers. And being on a 2-turn clock now isn't such a good thing. So I don't think I can really take a turn off to play the second tutelage. Or the third tutelage. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're just gonna dig for something else. We'll just go massive turbo mill here, I think. Okay. So what do we find? Elvish Visionary, Alchemist File, which I'll keep around. Special can go. And I guess I don't need another forest. Bang. Okay, so we're just gonna go try and mill him out before he can kill us. Which isn't particularly likely, but especially as we keep hitting like land creature, there we go, that's better. Nailed the Gideon there. Okay, we got about 15 cards in that one. Maybe I should have kept that second Spectrum around. Just have to hope he doesn't have a drop here, I think. To be fair to this guy, he has had his creatures, he's had plenty to do before turn 3, and a lot of his late game, his deck seems quite late game oriented, from what I saw. Where was it? From the start. The Patron of Valencia, Miria Shepherd, but looks like we're on Fine Language or Bust mode again. Okay, so we have 15 cards to mill. He's going to blow up our tutelage, so yeah, we're just going to go. We need to find the second Languish. Or do we just go turbo mill? I mean, we would have to hit the Languish in the top 2 cards, I think. Or would we just try and go mill and like Hail Mary into a mill, which we'd have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could tutelage. Alchemist, Artificer's Epiphany. Realistically, the chance of us hitting... How many lands have we hit so far? It's probably a good way to figure something out. 1, 2... Because he's stuck on lands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he's got 3 lands there. This is going to be full on technical. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lands we've seen so far. And I think I counted them 3 planes, which means there's still going to be a bad number. Probably at least 7 in his deck, which means I doubt we're going to get the mill off. I think our best bet is to just Hail Mary for this. Languish. We didn't get it. Which means I'm going to go Visionary here. And hope he doesn't have anything. And I can block the 2-2 and buy myself another turn. Vile. It's going to be nice. I'm just going to slam that down and stop something attacking next turn. But right now we're digging for a Languish, I think. I don't think going for the tutelage there, after only seeing 15 lands, was particularly the play. We'd have had to get, because we would have got like I think the best we could have done would have been 2 tutelage triggers, which is 2 tutelage triggers, which I mean we'd have to hit like 8 cards each, which even by my luck is pretty unlikely, and we just drew land. So we saw all 3 tutelage, we saw board wipe, just so I mean maybe if I'd kept that third brilliant spectrum instead of something else, that would probably the play. But I don't know. That was an interesting deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I did count them lands. So I mean, I highly doubt this guy was running like really best case scenario would be, especially with a Miria Shepherd in his deck. I'm imagining that was a 24 land deck. Maybe it was best to just go for it and like drop the tutelage, Visionary, and then we'll just hopefully like draw into something else to mill him out. But we didn't draw into it anyway. We just drew land, so I don't think my decision mattered too much there. Just took too much. I did keep a greedy hand, but like I said, I've got no regrets. And we weren't mana screwed that game. We drew our fair share of lands. Can't really complain too much. And that's honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if in our I did some playtesting with this deck, against this deck with my deck, with Dark Shock, who's also in the tournament, who I believe is going 2-0 right now. I can't really remember, but I did some testing with him, and again I lost 2-1. But I think one of the games was just straight up I kept I didn't make a bad keep, but it was just one of them keeps that didn't work out. Like you keep a 3-lander with like a 3-drop and maybe a 2-drop, and then you just don't see land either way. But we're playing some Costco guy, but I lost 2-1, so who knows, maybe we'll repeat ourselves. See, no green here, but double black is just, I mean, it makes Languish a live draw, but I'd really prefer some extra dual lands here. I'm going to keep this, make sure I leave the Sunken Hollow, because I get to go turn 2 Vile. If I can hit a 3rd land drop, I'm going to have plenty of chances of hitting a 3rd land drop. I can then get my Artificer's Epiphany with the Vile out, with the tutelage out, so things should look alright. And there's a 3rd land, which Forest Plains, Island Swamp, which means we do have to play it now. Which means, unfortunately, I mean, we'll be slamming the turn 3 tutelage anyway, I guess, over the Vial. Or the Epiphany. I'd rather have a turn 3 tutelage. I mean, Orzhov to me doesn't really say the fastest deck. And Absan doesn't change my mind there. I mean, I guess Spell Shovels would be nice if you weren't greedy like me and you waited to 6 mana to hold up a counter for the but I mean, in that case, most counters are Fellow Dark Herb and Reclamation Sage, and they're fairly cheap. Do we just go for it? I think the answer is yes. If not, we just play a control game with the Spell Shovels and the Vials and stuff, and then hopefully go for like a ramp victory. But most people don't run more than 1 or 2 Reclamation Sages, although he is playing the 2 colours, white and green, which can deal with enchantments. And okay, looks like we were rewarded for being greedy. There's our 4th land. Got a green source now as well, so I could go Visionary Vial. I quite like that actually. I'm gonna go for it. Slam it down, because that means I don't have to discard with Artificer's Epiphany, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay, I'm glad I did slam that tutelage, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But I mean, if you can play around it, I just don't have time for the Spell Shovel here. I guess, like, in theory, I guess I could, and I can't cast this Moss. I guess in theory I could just be keeping this up and then make sure you can't cast any spells and stuff, but I don't know. I'm more aggressive than that, and we've hit pretty well. We hit Obnixilis, Jace, Oblivion Sower, Woodland Wanderer, so I mean, I'm not going to complain. 9 cards deep and we've hit 3 mythics, I think that was. Yeah. Plus a rare. It's pretty nice. Looks like we're playing a 5-colour deck, judging by 5 colours we're seeing across some of us. I am a shrewd man, although he's missing blue so far actually. But I guess it wouldn't be a tactical decision to have Jace in your deck without blue. Okay, I'm so tempted to just drop that and draw 4 cards. But I think honestly I'm going to keep up the Spell Shovel Alchemist Vial, because I do not want to run into a 6/6 Woodland Wanderer, and don't think this deck has any ways to deal with that. I mean, there's so many scary things a 5-colour deck can do on turn 5 that I think keeping up a count is a good idea here. And either way, we draw 2 cards. We can get onto our Turbo Mill later, and I think this is actually the matchup where we do Turbo Mill pretty fast now. Seeing as his turn was dry there, we can Vial Epiphany into Brilliant Spectrum, which should mill an absolute shit ton of cards out. And then we've got a second one, so I really doubt this guy can beat me down before we can mill him here. So I think that's something I'm going to do, and I guess he could have a counter spell. Okay. 1, 2. I mean, I could drop the second tutelage actually and then Vial. And we hit 4th myth. Okay, let's count the mythics we're hitting. I like this game. Okay, there's a 3rd Moss, which we can actually cast now, I guess. But this is, I mean, it's a converged deck. Moss is just, I kind of guess Moss is just here to just, when you've got nothing better to do, or you just need, like, other punish slower decks. We've hit Jace, Oblivion Sower, Obnixilis, Nissa, Ulamog, and a shit ton of other cards. How much land do we on? 5 land. I'm just going to go tutelage into Alchemist Vial, mill him for 4 more cards, and then Brilliant Spectrum should just finish him off from there. We hit 11 cards there, I think. He had like 13 in his library before. Okay. So, yeah. Not really sure what he could have. He'd need like Tragic Arrogance, I think, to... Well, even that wouldn't really do too much. I'd still have a tutelage around. But once you've got your tutelages out, and we have seen like 6 tutelage in the top 20 cards in these last 2 games, which is pretty insane. But once you got your tutelage out, this deck can mill insanely fast. Brilliant Spectrum's just amazing in these sort of decks. Draw like a million cards, it basically says. I'm gonna keep this visionary around in case, just in case for like a guy's revenge or something. I can chump later on if I need to. If there is going to be a later on, which to be honest at this point I doubt. He's already down to a best 13 cards in the library, and we're going to be hitting him for 8 triggers, so yeah, he's dead, no matter what we do here. Draw a shit ton of lands under fog. Okay, there we go. Now we get to watch 8 triggers here, and yeah. Looks like a converged deck with all the planeswalkers, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, it looks like it is. So I mean, apart from Chandra, I guess there's really no need for Chandra. Because anyway I can make him draw cards. No, it's not target played. I don't have an inspiration in this deck. So, well, we won one, we lost one, so I guess we're going to be playing a decider. As I've just hit 10,140 gold, which is way more than I thought I'd have. Make that a couple more heroes after I get my versus wins of the day. No, apparently not. The game just hates me. I don't know. Like, I think I can beat this deck, and it's just kind of one of them things where it's like, if my draw's right, and I can keep ahead of him. But if he can get to a situation where he's got the board stable and he's holding counters up, that's not a good situation. Like, but the thing is, I don't have to. Like, Monel basically got a win game 3 in my last round. A free win because I kept a terrible slow hand and he had a god hand. I don't think any hand I could have kept could have beaten 2 6/6 Woodland Wanderers and a Gideon. But I give him a free win. I don't think this deck across from me gets a free win unless I get land screwed. And I don't think this deck realistically can cast many turn 4 mosses. Just looking at the hands I keep, I rarely, like this hand here, I rarely have double. Like, I'm not going to keep this, but I rarely have double green in hand. I have a shit ton of black. And I am aware of the irony here as I keep a 3-land hand which can't cast either moss or a black spell. But hell, we have turn 2. Ooh, which one do I like on turn 2 more here? He's playing red, so he could just Fiery Impulse. I might just lead with the Visionary. Hey, green red. Looks like we're gonna have a moss war, and I'm off the play, which means I lose. Oh, I've got double green now. I'm gonna lead with Jace. Jace, in theory, draws me more cards, and if he's got a Fiery Impulse with Jace's name on it, it's gonna kill it no matter when I drop it. And in theory, Jace is best for helping out with land screw, and we all know what card is coming next from our opponent. Let's just put it that way. They've went turn 3 retreat into do nothing. It's almost like, ooh, I'm gonna drop that now while I can, because that means he either Reclamation stages, or he and doesn't get to turn 4 moss, or we get to slam a turn 3 tutelage, which is obviously pretty good against Ram. But it's a moment of truth. What card? Ooh, God! I am actually genuinely stunned. That's kind of like back in 2014 when they didn't get turn 1 champion into turn 2 gather the townsfolk. You kind of just don't know what to do. Well, I wouldn't just do it now. So we get our mill on. I'm just going to keep all the lands I can. Up next list, we don't have any black yet, so. And this is going to be a mill game, so you can go. I have no regrets there. Just want as many lands as possible, and so we nailed a Rolling Thunder, which is nice. Got a special, which I'm just going to keep up over Acid Mossing here, believe it or not. I'm going to very much play the control game in this matchup. Nothing good there. Because I mean, we're hitting him for 2 mill triggers each turn. And that's unsustainable, even though he was running. See? Even though he was running like 68 cards or something. I don't know, he's running more than 60. This is a tough one. At this point, I think Moss can go. I don't plan on casting it. And even if I did, it's not really a particularly in my favour and we hit his own mouse. I mean, this turn, if I don't draw a counter spell, I'm just going to... Okay, never mind, I did draw a said counter spell. I actually don't want to flip Jace here, really, particularly. So if I do have to counter something, I'll have to use Jace before I counter the spell. And, okay, so first things first, you happen. Pretend I draw the counter spell, Brilliant Spectrum. I'll keep you around, which means I'm gonna get rid of this sour. I'm just getting rid of win conditions here. I don't like what I'm doing, but I'm doing it either way. I've ditched an Obnixless and a Oblivion Soar here, but ooh, we hit him for 6 there. What did we get? We got, so I mean, 40, 55, 57. He's running like 70 cards, which is typical. Ooh, we got a Sage. When we hit Plated Crusher, another Royal, Oran Reef Retreat. We got a lot of cards there. Okay. There's a Black Source. I'm just gonna go for it at this point, I think. Flip my Jace and try and start flashback and Brilliant Spectrums. Okay, so we get another Brilliant Spectrum, drop a Visionary in a land. 3, 4. And then we'll do this. What do we get? Another Visionary. I'm going to keep the second tutelage around and ditch a Visionary. Okay, so we've got a lot of pressure coming down on him. If we can get a couple good mill triggers, although I guess 6 was already pretty good. And we didn't. Hitting Nissa though, which is nice. What else do we get? Ulamog's in there, great. So we don't have to worry about a cheesed win. So I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn I'm gonna drop tutelage, second tutelage into Artificer's Epiphany, and then Brilliant Spectrum should finish it off. So maybe it punishes the ramp decks, although if he goes Nissa's Renewal here we could be dead. It looks like he does not. Telling Time, not really going to cast. Okay, so we'll drop you. Third tutelage. I guess I could shrink that because I don't plan on flashing anything back at this point, so yeah. Hopefully, is it the AI? No, it's still him, so. Hopefully this guy decides that Jace is the big threat here. And starts piling a lot of effort on him. This is Renewal would make it a... It's going to be 7 power now. Which means... Jace is dead if he wants it, but I think he's dead the turn after. I don't think he actually gets another turn here. Unless I get insanely... Yeah, he's dead. 8 mill triggers, I'm getting 6 more off the vial. And actually, I was wrong. I think he isn't dead. Just ditch black. Yep, Deathbringer is dead, and we played a ramp deck which did not see an acid moss. Do we mill any? There's 1 there, 2 there, so yeah. I guess he just never really got the chance to cast, and there's a Renewal gone. And so we beat Grow Ramp, and I made some weird, like, well, not weird, but choices I wasn't happy with there. I ditched Obnixless, Oblivion Soar, and Monvuli Acid Moss, but oh, you got me. I ditched a lot of good cards there, but in the end of the day, it worked out, so as long as I don't misclick here. I might not even need that. I do, unfortunately. So, and it's just in time as well, because we were running out of juice a bit there. I'll keep the fog around, just in case. Opponent, I don't know, there's nothing they could do. But we saw an insane amount of tutelages there. I think we literally did see, I think it was 8 tutelage, in the 3 games, which is pretty impressive, and I'm not going to complain. And we did win 2-1, which I'm happy with. Seems I think it does really punish Ram, this deck, because you just slam a turn 3 tutelage while they're doing all their Ram shenanigans, and then you start spell shoveling their stuff with a tutelage up. But we have just hit 10,180 gold, which I wanted to hit 10,200, so I'm a bit disappointed, but then again, I mean, if I win that one game, it's going to haunt me forever. And there's Deusx's deck, and we are going to be playing Sunday, sometime Sunday, my time, and he's only an hour ahead, so it's going to be, we've discussed it. I thought I just said Sunday, I was really vague. But we're going to be playing Sunday sometime. And yeah, I'll probably have the matchup later on that day, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then.